Thank you, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, ladies and gentlemen in your different capacities. We are now going to have a word of prayer, and I'd like to invite the Archdeacon of Ibuje, together with, I don't know if you have another faith, colleague from another faith, to lead us in a word of prayer. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Almighty God, and incomparable, we have gathered here
Okay.
Sorry, let's continue in prayer. Almighty God, your love is immeasurable and incomparable. We have gathered here because of your long-time plan for the people of this region. Thank you, Lord, for bringing Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, and everybody present here. With a great pleasure, Lord, we express our gratitude to Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, for the great initiative, visionary and caring leadership for this country. This initiative, Lord, will create peace, harmony that shall reduce land dispute, land encroachment, and killing of innocent people, which are so rampant within the country. Lord God, we thank you for this great place and institutions for hosting this program. It is your plan, Lord, to propel this area to the greater level of development, because Your Excellency, with your great visionary leadership, wherever you step on, never remain the same. Therefore, with a great hope, Lord, your plan for this place shall come to pass through your servant, the President of the Republic of Uganda. May God bless the ground for this wonderful program with the riches of His grace, with treasure of His love, and with the strength of His presence. And may the blessing of God, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit be upon you and upon the program now and forever. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Archdeacon Reverend Oluol, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, honorable ministers and Minister of State, Your Excellency's development partners, heads of diplomatic missions, honorable colleagues, members of Parliament, presidential advisors here present, traditional and religious leaders here present, chairpersons LC5 of Apache, Kwania, and other neighboring districts, the RDCs of Apache, Kwania, and other districts, district councillors, LC3 chairpersons and councillors, the people of Apache, people of Maracha district, and people of Agago, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Honorable Maxwell Akora, MP for Maruzi County. I'm honored to coordinate this program together with the RDC Apache, Mr. George Abdul. Your Excellency, we have a very brief program consisting of one or two renditions from a poem and maybe one entertainment group, and then brief speeches from local leaders, and then we'll invite you to the main event, which is the launch of the Customary Land Registration and Regularization Program under the Ministry of Housing, Lands, Housing and Urban Development. Your Excellency, I would like to take this opportunity now to invite the LC1 chairperson. Where we are is called Abairedwogo Parish in Abairedwogo Ward in Ibuje Town Council. can I invite the LC1 chairman to come and welcome you.
The guest of honor for tonight, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, honorable ministers present, honorable members of Parliament, distinguished guests, all protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Felix Ogulo. I am the chairman LC1 of Akai Debesel, located in Aberedwogo Ward, Ibuja Town Council, Apache District. I am also the chairman RRM of this village, Your Excellency. With great pleasure, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you all to Akai Debesel and in Ibuja, in Apache District as a whole. I further assure you that Akai Debe is peaceful, and I urge everyone to feel free and feel at home. In a very special way, on behalf of the residents of Akai Debesel, I would like to thank you so much, Your Excellency, for the development that you have brought to us and Uganda at large within your period of leadership and those which you promised to accomplish. Indeed, we do salute you for consolidating peace and security in Uganda. Your Excellency, Ibuja is the heart of NRM in Apache District. I cannot forget to report to you that the majority of votes that NRM got in the last general election in Apache District emerged from Ibuja Town Council and Ibuja Sub-County. Your Excellency, we are here in Ibuja Primary School, a school which started way back in 1921. Currently, the school has got pupils enrollment of over 1,000. The classes that we have are not enough to accommodate these children, and the ones that are in existence are not in good condition. Your Excellency, I therefore humbly request for a classroom block at Ibuja Primary School. Finally, Your Excellency, I kindly request you to avail me with a motorcycle to ease my administration. I say this for God and my country. Long live Museveni, long live NRM, long live Uganda.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Chairman LC1 Aberedwogo. Your Excellency, I am mindful that this is a national event. It is not a partisan event, so I will not comment on the remarks made by the chairman. Nonetheless, I want to thank him for his very insightful words. Next, Your Excellency, I want to invite a group of pupils from Ibuja Primary School who will be here to recite a poem. Ibuja Primary School pupils, are you ready? Okay, come forward, please. Come forward. Come and use this microphone. Come here. Next, we'll invite the LC5 chairperson, LC5 chairman Apache. Please be ready. And your other colleagues from the neighboring districts to come and make a presentation after this group of pupils. Thank you.
In front of you here, we have the pupils of Nile Primary School coming to present a point about environmental conservation. We wish you a good listening. Thank you. Fellow Ugandans, cry for the lost beauty of our motherland, the heart of Africa. Iceland, its beautiful scenery is no more. The flowing rivers and lakes are polluted every now and again. Wetlands are being reclaimed to give way to buildings and roads. Fellow Ugandans, rise up now and say no to deforestation and swamp drainage. Conserve the environment. Just in case you can't agree, plant 5. We say this for God and our country.
Okay, thank you. Let's clap for the pupils. Thank you. These are pupils of Ibuje Primary School, Your Excellency, where we are seated. We are on the grounds of Ibuje Primary School. Your Excellency, as we wait for the District Chairman Apache to come and address us, I'd like to recognize a number of personalities who are present. The following are RDCs, resident district commissioners that are serving in the Lango region and other neighboring districts. I'd like to recognize the presence of Caroline Angolere from Kole. Caroline Angolere, thank you. Noon Richard Akwiranga, RDC Kwania. Kwania, thank you. Pinto Amwada Israel, RDC Lira. Thank you. Andama Robert, RDC Aleptong. Thank you. Akech Babra, RDC Dokolo. Thank you. Okot Emmanuel, RDC Agago. Thank you. Okelo Francis Kwothong, RDC Amolatar. Akulu Gillian, RDC Otuke. Thank you. I would also like to recognize the presence of other senior citizens here. Honorable Sam Engola, Senior Presidential Advisor for Lango Sub-Region. I'd like to recognize the presence of Alice Awidi. Is she present? Is she present? Is she present? Alice Awidi from Lira. Alice Awidi Okuja. Your Excellency, we also have a number of Deputy RDCs here. Mr. Odongo Stephen, Deputy RDC Aleptong. Mr. Jacob Jonga, Deputy RDC Kwania. Mr. Mbigiti Godfrey Jonah, Deputy RDC Dokolo. And Ms. Acham Proskovia, Deputy RDC Apache. Thank you, thank you. Your Excellency, we have other senior citizens who have served in the armed forces, who have now retired. These are veterans. We have Lieutenant Colonel Orech Abenego, who was Director of Music in the Uganda Army. Mzee Abenego Poyobinu. Mzee Abenego is from Kole. Captain Akena Rufino Campagnola. He was in the logistics department of Uganda National Liberation Army. He's from Apache, from Akokoro. Captain Aman John, Aman Mungu. He was a captain of the Marines Department of UNLA. Where's the captain, Aman? He's not feeling well. And Warrant Officer 2, Sam Opio Cheng. He's a veteran of the Uganda National Liberation Army. He's also resident here in Apache, Your Excellency. Thank you. We'll make recognition of other personalities as and when we get their names. At this juncture, allow me to invite the LC5 chairman of Apache. I've also seen the LC5 chairman of Kwania. I don't know if the LC5 chairman of Maracha is here, because we invited residents of Maracha district and LC5 chairman of Agago. Agago district are also in this program. So, Chairman Apache.
Our chief guest is none other than General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda. Honorable Minister President, Honorable Member of Parliament, President Aram, His Highness Don Nyasho of Lango, you have Modur Muzey in absentia, the district chairperson from various districts present here, Honorable District Councillors for Apache and the neighboring districts, the chairperson LC3 for Apache and the neighboring district also present here, religious leaders present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Asante Odong, the district chairperson, Apache district. And I'm a UPC by birth, but NRM by ideology. You're welcome, sir. Your Excellency, sir, on my behalf and behalf of people of Apache, I would like and have the honor to welcome you in our great district to officiate this great occasion of commissioning the customary certificate of land ownership. You are most welcome, sir. In the same vein, Your Excellency, sir, I take this opportunity to sincerely thank my people of Apache for the massive votes that entrusted you in the recent concluded presidential election in 2021. Your Excellency, I must say that I'm very grateful to the people of Apache because for the last 3 consecutive presidential elections, Apache has been the lead of giving you votes in the whole Langosab region. Therefore, I request my people of Apache to join me in welcoming His Excellency with a lot of eulogies. Please join me. At times we do like this and this because UPC and NRM are okay. Mzee oye! Mzee oye! Thank you very much. You have seen from there. That's how we do it here, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, sir, it will be a disservice if I don't introduce to you my fellow leaders who have come here to witness this great occasion, and also some development partners who are present here. I therefore call upon the development partners, please, can you stand up for recognition? We have the one whom you know very well, the one who is handling pump oil production in Maruzi Ranch. Then Ramesh, come this side. We are proud of him, sir. Thank you very much. And then the other partners from Naro, I don't know whether they are here, but they were invited. We have all the NGOs who are present here, Your Excellency. Because of the time, I cannot mention their name. In the same vein also, Your Excellency, may I also call upon honorable councillors to stand up for recognition. Honorable councillors for both Apache and other neighboring districts present. There they are. We are mixed up. Yellow, red. Red is for UPC original, not the other one. Not the other one. Thank you very much. And here, Your Excellency, we have only two parties, UPC and NRM. No NRM party. No peace, the other side, I don't know. Even for us, we don't want to hear here. Allow me also to introduce to you the district chairpersons who are present here with me. We are having the one from Kwania. Kwania was recently recovered from a patch. It's called Honorable Geoffrey Ogwaladiabo, please. Thanks for coming on behalf of people of Kwania. We have also the mighty one from Lira, Honorable CM Okello Rick. Welcome. Your Excellency, sir, ladies and gentlemen, allow me also to thank the organizer of this function through the Minister of Lands for choosing a patch district as the district to host His Excellency for the launch of issues of Customary land certificate. We thank you for loving a patch, and we thank you for choosing a patch. We thank you very much. Your Excellency, sir, today's function is not just an ordinary launch of certificate of customary land ownership, but is rather a final nail in the coffin to the rampant land conflicts which at times results into death, constant court cases, witchcrafts, whereby much chunk of land has not been put into good use due to court injunction and other issues related. Your Excellency, sir, research has shown that in most of our magistrate courts within the region, it is occupied by land-related cases and are the most common one, and is second in the lead. This, therefore, has made most of our community poor and unproductive. For example, they spend most of their time in court, dispute resolution. They are also, at times, the magistrate also puts courts in injunction, not until the court disposes of the case. That's when the productive can take place in certain land. Most of the money is spent also for hiring lawyers, meaning, therefore, that this initiative shall have the solution to the above problem, Your Excellency, sir. Your Excellency, sir, I request that through your able leadership, this number of beneficiaries are just a drop in the ocean. I would wish that you direct the Minister of Lands to extend the period and scope of this exercise until everybody in the districts have been carved and handled. But I need also to caution the area land committees and the district land board against the issuing and approving the certificate when someone's land encroaches the wetland. That one totally, we are going to disagree with them, seriously. Your Excellency, sir, another request is that since you are going to issue these certificates and hence a stop in the land conflicts, people shall therefore embark on massive cultivation for commercial farming through organized farmers groups. Hence, these two sub-counties need to be supported by a tractor in each sub-county, Your Excellency, sir. For Chegere, we need one tractor, and also in Ibuja sub-county, we need also a tractor. Your Excellency, sir, besides that, we have some issues which we need to appreciate you for. For example, the road construction, which has been a song, but finally, Your Excellency, you have given us this road, the Rekunye, Apach, Lera, Acholbu Road. We are very grateful. Please clap for His Excellency for giving us the road. This road has been a headache for some of we support the NRM. We have been getting headache in this. And whenever we go to the field to canvass for your vote, people will ask us that, why is that road which His Excellency has been promising us for the last 10 years? But finally, this time, you will see how many votes we are going to carry from here after giving us this road. However, Your Excellency, we are also having a concern. The progress of this road, especially this lot 1 section from Rekunye up to Apache Town. It is in a slow pace. Only 20% so far, the road work has been done. We are cautioning. We don't know what's the problem with the contractor, Your Excellency. But the other lot from Apache to Lira and to Acholibu, the speed of which the contractor is working is very, very okay. And people are appreciating. But the problems in this side, Your Excellency, sir. We therefore call upon you to compel the UNRWA executive director so that they can handle that issue immediately. Otherwise, we think that we are going to have that road, the quality is going to be compromised. We are worried though. Your Excellency, in the same vein, we highly request for the bridge to be put on the Kungu Masiniport ferry across the River Nile, Your Excellency. Because we are anticipating increase of traffic on this road, Rekunje, when it's being tarmacked. Meaning all the traffic from Abim, Kotido, Pader, Dokolo, all shall be using this road since it's going to be the shortest to Kampala. So we need the bridge to be also put in that place. But alternatively, as we wait for the bridge, Your Excellency, we need the ferry, a better one, to replace the current ferry, which is in the Soro state, Your Excellency, sir. Right now, we have been having a problem of crossing that ferry up to Kampala because it has even been done. It's down for the last 3 weeks. It's coming to 1 month, which means we are passing a long route. It's time wasting, too costly for us. So we're having a problem there. We need a new ferry to replace this one, which is at the Soro state, Your Excellency, sir. Your Excellency, the second last, we want to thank you for bringing sanity in our fishing community and also protection to our fish in water. Nowadays, we can eat big quality fish, and traders too are also ripening big in the venture. However, Your Excellency, we have some few challenges. By the Fisheries Protection Units, the UPDF, we love them, they are doing great work in the water, but we are concerned that they normally erect their roadblocks. Instead of on the water, they put on the land here. And then they begin now harassing the innocent people, the passengers, and are impounding innocent motorcycles, plus the trucks. So we are concerned about that one, Your Excellency, sir. That one should be addressed. There is also the high charges to the fishmongers. It's terrible because the cost of constructing a boat, our fishermen cannot afford. They cannot afford at all because the boat is costing 2 million. And if you need also to buy the engine is costing like 3 to 4 million. Whereby most of our fishermongers are out of this business. Other people have not taken up this level of this venture. We ask you for intervention for that. Lastly, Your Excellency, the issue of Maruzi Ranch, the memorandum of understanding which we signed in your office, Your Excellency. We want to salute you for standing with us when some politicians were against the giveaway part of Maruzi Ranch to an investor. But you stood firm and supported our idea as local leaders. Hence, Maruzi Ranch was given to Hillside Agriculture Limited through your directive for palm oil production. Thus, I am proudly and happily to inform you that you really had a vision for this district and for Uganda at large, because the palm oil is doing so well. Whenever you're having a state of address, your references on Maruzi Ranch, that you see what you are doing. Lanyo do bino kapashu aduong lanyo bino. Thank you so much. However, Your Excellency, sir, the following terms and conditions are not yet been fulfilled by the investors as per your directive, according to what was discussed in the State House. I was there myself with the Speaker and the then District Chairperson. We agreed that the investor should give us 7 square miles for the outgrowers and giving the seedlings, but up to now, it has not yet been fulfilled. And the community are concerned, they are accusing me and Honorable Maxwell that we have sold their land, that 7 square miles. But today I want you to make it very clear that we did not sell any land. The land has not yet been given to us. Another issue is the council complex construction, the council hall. Apart as only as it is, since 1974, up to date, we don't have a modest council hall. But through our MOU, we agreed when we were in State House, when he invited us, that the investor must give us a council block. But up to now, the investor is toasting us. He has not even done anything. Finally, you instructed the Minister of Agriculture by then, Honorable Sempija, that he should give us a irrigation scheme to the people who are surrounding the Barrow Ranch and Lake Soas. But up to now, nothing has been done. So those three things are giving us stumbling headaches. We pray that our prayer that you come and rectify that problem and talk to the investor so that we can handle ourselves amicably. Otherwise, we don't want to go back to square zero. Your Excellency, sir, I want now to conclude by saying that we, the people of Apache, we want also to be invited for the handshake in the State House. Pick the few. Because we have been giving you votes ever since, Your Excellency. But we have never stepped the State House. We have never been there. So if you pick some few here, the leaders, so that we can also go and rent them and handshake them and thank them for the good job they are doing for the people of Apache and for you in particular. However, we have been hearing, even those people who did not even perform well in voting for you, like in Busoka, even Boss Nicotin was invited to State House. Now what about we, Your Excellency, sir? Invite us there. Thank you very much, if you hand our pressure. I beg to stop here. May the Almighty bless you, but I wish you to come back next time to commission pump oil production in Maruzi Ranch. I invite you officially. We are welcome, Your Excellency, sir. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman Apache. Your Excellency, I beg your indulgence. The chairman of Kwania district would like to convey a very short message. I would like to invite him now to convey that message.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, the President, the ministers, all protocol observed. I am Geoffrey Alex Ogwal, the district chairperson for Kwania district. On behalf of the people of Kwania, we are very happy for giving us a status of a district. We were part of Apache district local government. And I want to thank the people of Apache for mentoring us to this level where we are. Your Excellency, I have two issues. One, I'm begging you kindly, Kwania is a young district. When the district was given road equipment for maintenance and opening of new access roads within the district, we were not yet a district. I request you, we are in a very serious position now. Our roads are all spoiled. We kindly request you and your government to put your hands and give us road equipment. I want to say this, NRM was more stronger in Kwania than any part of Lango because of my uncle, the late Honorable George Cosmas Adiabo, whom you are given to be the Prime Minister. So in memory of him, consider Kwania as a young child, give us the road equipment. But also on behalf of the clan of Atekawili, where the late George Cosmas Adiabo, the Prime Minister, came from, I want to take this opportunity to introduce Madam Nile Adiabo, who is present here. Madam, you are welcome. Thank you so much. This is a short message I wanted to pass to you. I wish you all the best. God bless you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I will now invite a representative from the head of delegation of the European Union, head of delegation in Uganda, who are involved in the process of land registration and regularization. But before I do that, let me take this opportunity to recognize the presence of the following people. We have here, Your Excellency, the Deputy Dean of the RDCs, Mr. Oguti Oswin Sebastian. Oguti Oswin Sebastian, thank you for coming. Your Excellency, I have here my predecessor and former Minister of State for Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities, Mzee Jovino Akahe Ayumu. Mzee Akahe Ayumu is still going strong. Thank you for coming. We have here the former RDC of Amolatar and other districts, now retired and a canon in the Church of England, Church of Uganda, Canon Richard Ogwangodiero. I have here a former RDC, who served your government for many years, Imat Agnes Akelo Ibong. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, Agnes Akelo. Can I now take this opportunity to invite head of mission or head of delegation or the representative of the head of delegation of the EU, European Union in Uganda, to make her remarks. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you. Thank you. I first would like to start by asking permission to take off my mask. Thank you very much. I think it will be easier for everyone to hear me. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Honorable Ministers of Cabinet, Honorable Ministers of State, Honorable Members of Parliament, representatives of the development partners, and in particular our partner in this project, UNCDF, the United Nations Capital Development Fund, district resident commissioners, district political leaders, permanent secretaries and technical staff, registered customary landowners, representatives of the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Caroline Adriaansen. I am the head of cooperation at the delegation of the European Union here in Uganda. And today I'm here also in the capacity of chargé d'affaires, the new ambassador of the European Union to Uganda, Jan Sadek, has arrived in the country. He's looking forward to be able to introduce himself and present his credentials to Your Excellency. So it is a great pleasure and honor for me to be present here today in the Ibuje sub-county of Apache. With the COVID pandemic, it hasn't been easy to travel around the country and to move around the country during the 2 years I've been here in Uganda. So this is the first time I visit Apache district. It is really great to experience firsthand the results of the interventions in the land sector that have been supported by the European Union together with UNCDF under the Development Initiative for Northern Uganda. It's a program we call DINU. Over many years, the European Union has collaborated with the government of Uganda to support long-lasting peace, security, stability, and economic development in the region. The program has aimed to connect the dots between sectors, between actors and areas to push inclusive and sustainable socio-economic development. The overall program has focused on many sectors: food security, nutrition, transport infrastructure, and good governance. So this project is only one part of this overall bigger program we call DINU, the Development Initiative for Northern Uganda. So today we celebrate the handing over of 1,537 certificates of customary ownership to their rightful beneficiaries in the sub-counties of Ibuje and Chegere. These are 2 of the 6 sub-counties in 3 districts where this pilot project has been implemented over the past years. I would like to sincerely thank our partners, the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development, and the United Nations Capital Development Fund for the excellent progress made. A special thanks also goes to the local administrations at district and sub-county level, without whose hard work and commitment this would not have been achieved. The project had a target of 1,000 titles, and this target has been surpassed by more than 50% in Apache. But most importantly, we have developed an inclusive, transparent, and sustainable model that can be easily replicated in other districts. As we know, land is a primary factor of production, along with capital and labor. Land and its sustainable management are even more important in a country such as Uganda, where about 80% of the economic activities are agricultural and population grows at 3.3% annually. As evidenced by the presence of many ministers and many other stakeholders today, land touches upon many aspects of society. And in Uganda, with the 4 different types of land tenure, land administration is definitely a challenging endeavor. In this context, a modern land administration system that is based on comprehensive, reliable, and accurate information contributes to land tenure security. Land tenure security is important on many accounts. First of all, land ownership is linked to the protection of the environment and the conservation of protected areas such as forests and wetlands. Has been mentioned already by several speakers before me, and I think the situation, for example, of Bugoma Forest is a good example of how demarcation, boundary opening can contribute to conservation. Land transactions, including on customary land, could also potentially be an important source of income for local and central governments. Finally, land tenure security is important in terms of conflict resolution, as it gives the beneficiaries the confidence to further invest and develop their lands. It also has a potential to help them in accessing financing, which is currently a big hurdle, especially for farmers. The European Union will support the government of Uganda in scaling up this pilot project to most of the northern and eastern regions where customary land tenure is dominant. This will be done through a contribution of 8 million euros channeled through the World Bank Multi-Donor Trust Fund. And this new contribution is a step further in supporting customary land governance. This scale-up will build on the work done in the 3 pilot districts and will continue to focus on the most vulnerable populations. I also would like to highlight that in addition to the work we have been doing on customary land, the EU has been collaborating with the government to promote Nile land governance. And these joint efforts have already shown results in terms of securing tenure, decreasing land-related conflicts, and promoting investments for productive activities. Yes, looking ahead, further work will need to be done in terms of digitalizing the certificates, uploading them into the National Land Information System, which is the ultimate step in guaranteeing the security of tenure. Being able to transact on customary land, being able to use a title as security, 2 other areas of future work for the ministry with the support of the development partners. On the side of the European Union, we remain committed to supporting the government of Uganda's ambitions of unlocking the productive potential of land for all Ugandans and of addressing disparities in land access. This support is part of the broader partnership between the European Union and Uganda. Under our framework for 2021-2027, we have jointly agreed to support a number of important priorities of the National Development Plan 3, and we are currently in the process of finalizing 6 new grant programs for a total value of 168 million euros in the areas of forestry, climate finance, rural electrification, sustainable business, entrepreneurship and skilling, the fight against gender-based violence, and education for girls. We really look forward to partner with the government of Uganda and all other stakeholders in advancing this agenda. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Ambassador Adriansen. Thank you for your remarks and for the support that you give to the people of Uganda, and in particular to our people on the issue of land registration. Your Excellency, we have in our midst several members of Parliament from the Lango sub-region. I'd like to take this opportunity to invite them, and they will introduce themselves very briefly. As they are preparing to come, I would like to recognize the presence of district councillors of Apache. They are all here. Please get up, stand up and be recognized. District councillors, Apache district councillors, thank you for coming. I would also like to recognize the presence of a group of women called the Kisanja Group. I don't know what that means. I thought Kisanja ended in 2006, but there's a group called the Kisanja Group. Would you please come forward? Binuna Nyim Kan, Weka Duong Neru. onyo do gromo bedo ke chunye motu dang ke binu na nyi ke mi una chela liet kong mi chela liet. These people call themselves the Kisanja group. I'm not too sure of what their mission is, but we will not give them the opportunity now to elaborate. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I have in front here members of Parliament from the Lango sub-region. I'll invite the General Secretary of Lango Parliamentary Group to introduce himself and his colleagues, and also introduce our own President of Uganda People's Congress, who is also here with us. I'll then invite my colleague, Member of Parliament for Apache District woman, Member of Parliament is also here. She'll make some remarks later on. So can I ask Honorable Pio, briefly?
Thank you, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, ministers and state ministers, members of Parliament, heads of diplomatic missions, the RDCs, the LC5s, and our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Samuel Opio Churi, the Member of Parliament for Kole North, and also the General Secretary of the Lango Parliamentary Group. Your Excellency, whenever I go to the Western Uganda, the people ask me when I tell them I come from Kole, whether Kole is from Ankole, or whether Ankole is from Kole. But I know, Your Excellency, that even today as I was coming, we passed through a place in Oyam called Atura. And I keep asking myself whether Atura and Rwakitura are similar to each other. But what it shows, Your Excellency, is that you have a great mastery of African history. However, Your Excellency, before I proceed, I would like to just introduce the members of Parliament that are here, and therefore I'll just make very brief remarks before handing over to the area member of Parliament to make their remarks. I'll ask each of them to briefly just tell us their names and their constituency.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, ministers present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nelson Ukelo. I represent people of Marujinos County in 11th Parliament. Your Excellency, the President, Marujinos was carved out of the Greater Maruji. And Your Excellency, I cannot live here without mentioning some critical issue regarding infrastructure development in Apache. Your Excellency, Apache General Hospital is in a critical state and need massive overhaul. Your Excellency, the staff quarters are in dilapidated state, the wards, and need urgent attention, Your Excellency. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you.
Your Excellency, my name is Ogwal Goli, MP for Doholo North. I thank you for coming to ensure that this process of registration moves on well. But I want to mention that as an individual, I'm so happy to see that this is progressing, because when I was still working with the Private Sector Foundation, we worked hard and managed the issue of the land information system. So it is good to see that this process is now going to help us develop people in a private sector way. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, my name is Jimmy Akena. I represent the people of Lira City East in the 11th Parliament. On another note, Mr. President, ningetaka kukuomba kwamba kuna kura inayokuja ya Afrika ya Mashariki, na nimekuja pamoja na Secretary General ya chama cha UPC, na tunaomba msaada wako tuende mbele, tusonge mbele kwa mambo ya kuunganisha Afrika ya Mashariki. Asante sana, mtukufu Rais.
Thank you. I wasn't following the Kiswahili, but I see my colleague, Honorable Fred Bill, who is aspiring for EALA, has been introduced by the President of UPC. Your Excellency is our candidate for EALA. I believe that you are supporting the 6 NRM, 1 DP, and 1 UPC. I heard a rumor that you are convening your caucus tomorrow. I pray that you urge your members to support our friend Ebil for EALA. Thank you, Your Excellency. Can I ask the General Secretary of Langon Parliamentary Group to conclude his remarks very briefly?
Thank you, Your Excellency. I first of all want to thank you. This is your 3rd visit in Langon sub-region in this year. We want to thank you so much for coming to stand with us. The first visit was in January, the second was in June in Baralegi, and this is the 3rd in Apache. In soccer, when you score 3 goals, we call it a hat-trick. Thank you for this hat-trick of a visit. Your Excellency, we want to thank you that when we met in January in Our Lady, there are a number of commitments you made. One of them was on livestock compensation. And you committed that government will put resources of 50 billion towards the compensation. Your Excellency, we want to thank you that this process has finally started. In the last year, 12,522 beneficiaries from Langon sub-region received their first payments, and a total of 16.6 billion was paid out. We thank you for that. This year, there's a 30 billion allocated. Your Excellency, we pray that that will also come to fruition. The second issue, Your Excellency, we want to thank you also is about the roads that you made commitments. In the NDP 3, we have 520 kilometers of roads that have been planned for the Langon sub-region. Your Excellency, the first road is the Rwenkunya-Apache road that has been mentioned. Your Excellency, I must state that in our last tour with the minister, we found that only 5% of the works have been done, yet 50% of the time has elapsed. We asked for your intervention on these roads. The second road, Your Excellency, is the Lira-Kamdini road, which you also made commitments on it, and works commenced. Unfortunately, Your Excellency, this road has not just become a headache, it has become a backache, it has become a stomachache, and we have not just run out of words. The words have run out of us to explain the condition of this road. We appeal to you, Your Excellency, to intervene. The contractor has been slow and has permanently been on road maintenance without any progress on this particular road. We ask for your intervention. The 3 other roads, which are also on the NDP 3, is the Doholo-Ochero-Namasale road, which is 88 kilometers, the Lira-Aloi-Kotido-Abim, which is 120 kilometers, and the Kona-Ayer-Kona-Bohe-Bobi road, which is 55 kilometers. Unfortunately, in this financial year, whereas the NRM manifesto indicated that these roads would commence in 2023, we haven't seen them captured. We appeal for your intervention, Your Excellency. We've provided the land for the roads, as we've seen today, but Your Excellency, we need your intervention. Lastly, Your Excellency, is on education in Langon sub-region. You've seen the fluency of the LC1 that has just spoken, who has even asked for his motorcycle in very fluent English. Your Excellency, the greatest natural resource that we have is our people. And the biggest investment that we can make is on their education. Unfortunately, Your Excellency, in the Langon sub-region, at the secondary school level, only 15% of those who are supposed to be in secondary are enrolled. That means out of every 100 children, only 15 are studying. And the main reason is because they cannot afford the fees. We thank you for the 8 seed secondary schools that have been set up in this region. The challenge, however, Your Excellency, is that the cost of education is still not affordable. And therefore, we propose just 2 things, Your Excellency, as I conclude. That one, the government looks at increasing the capitation grants, especially not just looking at enrollment, but also the poverty index. In my own constituency, I did an assessment. School fees is 1 million shillings a year, but the income for the farmers is just 600,000 shillings, and they're not able to afford. We want them to see those schools as learning institutions, not as landmarks. Secondly, Your Excellency, in terms of education, we ask you, last week, the people of Lango, drawn from all the divides, assembled in Kampala to do a fundraising to set up an education trust for the Lango sub-region with a target of raising 1 billion shillings. They were able to raise 200 million shillings. Your Excellency, we request that you can also support this initiative. And we also see more scholarships and bursaries brought for our children here so that they can be able to study. We want to see the children that have sung here sing 30 years again after they have traversed to secondary school and university. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. I know, Your Excellency, others have said they have NRM as their ideology. For me, I have NRM as my blood group. I thank you so much, Your Excellency. I will now take this opportunity to hand over to the MC.
Thank you. That was the General Secretary of Lango Parliamentary Group, Honorable Sam Dr. Opia Churi. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, I would like now to make my own remarks. Then I'll invite the district woman, Apache District, to also make her remarks. On behalf of the people of Apache District, my colleagues, the members of Parliament from the Lango sub-region, and on my own behalf, allow me to extend our most sincere thanks and gratitude upon your visit to our region today. Your presence here to launch the issuance of the customary land registration certificates is a testament to your vision for the socio-economic transformation of our people. We welcome you and support this initiative that will enhance the socio-economic standing of our community. Thank you, Your Excellency. Maruzi County, where we are here today, stands at the gateway to the Lango sub-region from the southern part of Uganda. This was indeed where the first Christian missionaries landed in Lango. It's also the home of the former president and father of the nation, Dr. Apollo Milton Obote. In fact, this primary school where we are seated was the main junior school where most of our forefathers studied, including the late president. It's therefore our honor and the honor of the people of Ibuja to host you at these school grounds. Thank you, Your Excellency, for being here. However, there are a number of issues that we would like to bring to your attention, Your Excellency. Some of these have been mentioned here by the district chairman. I will mention them just to stress. The district woman, member of parliament, might also mention. Please bear with us. These are issues that are important to us, the people of Maruzi. Your Excellency, you will recall that the political leadership, the local political leadership, and the people of Apache supported you in your vision to lease Maruzi Ranch to a core investor to produce palm oil. Hillside Agricultural Investments Limited was procured and required to set aside 7 square miles for local people to farm as outgrowers to the scheme. In addition, Naro and Nagrik, which are government agencies, were required to set aside 3 square miles for local animal husbandry. In total, that would add to 10 square miles out of about 67 square miles. Both these agencies, Naro, Nagrik, and Hillside, have not yet identified the land to be availed to the local community to farm as cooperatives. And the people are concerned that these projects have again excluded them from participation, and we are imploring you to engage these entities and ensure that they fulfill their part of the bargain to government and to the local community to engage the local people. In addition, Your Excellency, we still have some 272 households with 400 children who are stranded in the ranch. They have failed to leave either because they have nowhere to live or they don't have the means to live. These people are desperate with no means of livelihood, as they are not allowed to farm the land. They do not have access to public facilities like clean drinking water, roads, health centers. The children don't have schools in which to pursue education. They are therefore being left behind as we proceed ahead. It's our prayer that government expedites the process of relocating them from the ranch by assisting them with a relocation package and engaging the local leadership to ensure that these people live and do not impede the investor and other government projects in the ranch. Your Excellency, we are grateful for government efforts to tarmac the Renkunya-Pach-Lira Road after several years of waiting. However, the process of compensation of project-affected persons on the road has been very slow, as UNRWA receives only a fraction of the required funds to compensate people. Yet the local people have surrendered their land and cannot now use them for their livelihoods. In addition, the progress of the works is very slow, has been very slow. The contractor seems to have multiple problems. Your Excellency, we urge you to intervene to ensure that this contract is executed within time and to the required specifications. We are worried about the standards in terms of capacity of the contractor. We don't know what the problem is, as this might, the project might suffer expensive cost overruns to the detriment of the public purse. We urge you, Your Excellency, to help us in that regard. In addition, we request that the procurement of a bridge connecting Kiriandongo and Apache district be expedited so as to generate maximum returns from the investment, from the road that we are tarmacking. The local roads connectivity would also be enhanced by upgrading the spur. There's a spur from Alwala. If you come through Masindi Port, there's a primary school there called Alwala Primary School on the left. There is a junction through there up to Alenga Catholic Parish, just on the edge of Abuja here. That road is impassable during rainy seasons, and it was cut off more than 2 years ago. Up to now, it's not very impassable. It's not very passable, and it is under the district management. The district does not have the capacity to maintain that road. We request that central government takes over this road, as this is the shortest route to Apache from Masindi, and it runs parallel to the line to the Nile with great tourism potential, Your Excellency. The shores of Lake Kwania and Lake Kyoga are prone to extreme drought that often leads to famine. The last season of rainfall failed, and the people have been living on the verge of starvation, Your Excellency. We have written to the Office of the Prime Minister to provide relief food assistance in terms of posho and beans, and also seeds for planting these rainy seasons, which are ongoing. But to date, we have not received any feedback from the Office of the Prime Minister. Last time I called, I was informed that they were still concentrating on Karamoja, and that they would come to Lango when they alleviate the anxiety or the problem in Karamoja. We hope that they will indeed come to our rescue. We are appealing to be supported with farm implements such as ox plows, tractors, and irrigation facilities so that we can utilize the local land fully. We have a lot of land resources which we can use for our own self-sustenance and food security, Your Excellency. The waters of the Nile, of Lake Kyoga and Lake Kwania, we have always relied on these waters to supplement our livelihoods in terms of fishing. Over the last 3 years, however, the UPDF Fisheries Protection Unit have been managing these resources to the exclusion of local people who are harassed, tortured, and sometimes even murdered in the waters. Your Excellency, this is true. We've had a number of deaths in the water. A number of our people are in prison because of the impunity with which these people are managing the waters. The impunity that reigns up today includes the Fisheries Protection Unit licensing and contracting boat makers to build boats for local fishermen at very exorbitant prices. well above the market. We don't know where this contractor was procured from. The situation is so desperate to the extent that fishing has become suicidal, but the local people still engage in it nonetheless because they are desperate. Our prayer is that the management of the fisheries resources be put back in the hands of the Fisheries Department under the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, in line with the new Fisheries and Aquaculture Bill passed by Parliament. Lastly, Your Excellency, my General Secretary of Lango Parliamentary Group has mentioned this, the issue of cattle compensation. This is a very emotive matter. It has been long outstanding for many years. There was provision made in 2021-2022 budget of 10 billion. He has mentioned here that only 12.5 billion was paid. In the current year, I'm a member of the Budget Committee. There's no provision in the budget for compensation in Lango, Acholi, Teso, and wherever else this compensation should go. The people are concerned. The widespread poverty in the region is mainly blamed on the cattle rustling and the loss that our people suffered in the late 1980s. And settling this matter expeditiously will go a long way in correcting this historical injustice and in national healing. We urge you to listen to our prayer, Your Excellency. Thank you so much. Can I invite the woman district member of parliament to make her remarks? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, the Minister of Lands, Housing and Urban Development, Honorable Judith Nabakova, and other ministers, members of Parliament, senior presidential advisor, development partners, RDCs, LC5 chairpersons, political leaders, cultural leaders, religious leaders, UPDF officers, and other security organs, beneficiaries of customary land registration, ladies and gentlemen. I am Betty Engola, the woman member of parliament, Apache District. Let me take this opportunity to warmly welcome you, Your Excellency, to my district. This is Ibuje sub-county in Maruzi. Ibuje sub-county, Your Excellency, is our stronghold. In the last elections, me and you and the others who are in the same umbrella, we garnered 61.07%. Papuru chinguba Johnny, olo unukui. The gathering today is in Ibuje Town Council. But I wonder why the LC3 chairperson for Ibuje was not allowed to welcome you. Where is the LC3 chairperson? And the mayor, come forward here. The mayor, quickly please. Quick. I'll start with the mayor, please. Just a greeting to the president. 1 minute. Mayor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Betengola, for recognizing us. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, all protocols observed. I have Mr. Jawaso Alfred Enyim, the mayor of the newly created administrative unit of a budget council. You are most welcome, sir. Thank you, my party president. I am your chairman. Thank you. My memo is already with you there, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Here I have joint memo from a Buja sub-county and a Buja town council presented to the Excellency President of the Republic of Uganda. As for the interest of the time, I just want to introduce myself to you, Your Excellency, by so saying that I'm Ogora Alex, the area LCCD, Ibuja sub-county. Thank you for coming. Long life Museveni, long life Henaharahem. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chairpersons. Your Excellency, we remain grateful to this visit. Your Excellency, seated under these tents are the party structures led by our chairman, Mr. Okabo Talib. Please, can you stand? Structures, please. Where are they? You are there. Thank you very much. And Your Excellency, they have been very instrumental in mobilizing the people you see here, from here. I thank them. In the same line, Your Excellency, I wish to thank you for appointing our own Jimmy Okello to the Judicial Service Commission as a commissioner. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, my husband is here. He's very dear to me, and he has always given me support. I can't fail to introduce him. Honorable Sam Bengola, please, do stand. Yeah, do stand. Thank you very much. He's the founder of NRM in Lango sub-region. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, the people of Apaj district and the surrounding area, my names are Sam Engola. I only would like to thank you very much for appointing me as Senior Presidential Advisor to you. May God bless you and live longer and longer. Apakalas. Apoya.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, you want us to do farming and on a large scale. So therefore, allow me introduce Mr. Sam Opio, who is the biggest cassava farmer in northern Uganda. Sam Opio, big farmer. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, your visit today is very important to the entire Lango sub-region. Why have I said that? You may not know, but we know, we hear, and we have heard. In the past, it was a song. Museveni has grabbed our land. Ukwalo lobwako, ukwalo kilawa. They were pointing fingers at you. Now, because of that, me as a leader, I'm very happy for this program. I'm very happy also that you have spared time to come in person and give out the certificates today in Ibuje. Thank you for doing that, Your Excellency. I think that will mark the end of that song. I encourage all those who have land and have not registered, please do register. Even women, please. Don't just do the digging. Mon pe puruna pura. Kaiti lobo inang nung certificate binokonyi. So I also encourage everyone, women and the rest, to join the system so that we see who is going to grab land. This certificate is of value. It avoids conflicts and many other negative aspects. You can take it to the bank and get a loan for development. Now, coupled with the parish development model strategy, which has come timely, this will go a long way to tackle the household incomes. Your Excellency, we thank you for all these programs. But however, government rolls out a program, there's always elements of corruption. Corruption sets in. I am appealing to all leaders and technical staff to desist from this. Actually, as a leader, as a mother, I'm saying you stand warned on corruption. This is a very good program. Your Excellency, when we talk of agricultural project, yes, we are only looking at the palm oil project here in Maruzi. That's the project. We thank you for that. Me, Betty Ngola, from the onset, I gave my support. There were a few issues here and there that we did raise. But as a leader, we support the program. And from my knowledge, I've been there several times, they are doing very well. They have cultivated or planted over 2,000 acres of palm trees. That is very good for the district and for the country. Thank you, Excellency. Your Excellency, these are areas for you to interest yourself. It's not a long list. One, I'll repeat, I'll emphasize, because it is our life. It is your life, it is my life, because we are in NRM. This road, Rengunye, remember, Your Excellency, you did the groundbreaking in Lira, and I, coming to 2 years down the road. But we see that the progress is really slow, Your Excellency. We were thinking that by 2025, we have tarmac here. Your Excellency, interest yourself in that. Your Excellency, my colleague, Honorable Maxwell Akora, mentioned about the land area in Maruzi Ranch. Now, Maruzi Ranch, as I recall, 7 square miles was to be subdivided for the community use, because around there we have the community of Acham Chabu. They are squeezed, they are suffering. Let's have this problem settled, Your Excellency. Please do intervene. Your Excellency, this community of Acham Chabu, there are many. I think about 272 households. So in a household, there's between 6 to maybe 9 persons. And Your Excellency, these are your voters 100%. Let's solve the issue, Your Excellency. In 2015, when you came to Apache municipality, or Apache town, by then, you commissioned or you did the groundbreaking for a cassava factory. We appreciated that. There were a few issues left. You know it, Your Excellency. Please do address that. I thank you. Finally, Your Excellency, we have electricity poles all around. We need power, but there are no transformers. We have several busy trading centers. Please, Your Excellency, help us there. On a personal level, Your Excellency, as you are my national chairman, you see me here, but I'm in deep sorrow, Your Excellency. I lost my follower, Robert Ichep Ogwal, in London 2.5 weeks ago. We are coordinating for the body to be flown back home so that we can have burial here in Atopi, Apache, and I think possibly the casket will be here end of next week. I just thought I should share that with you, Your Excellency. I'd like to thank the Ministry of Lands with the entire team. They have been here doing a lot of work. Honorable Minister, thank you very much. The donor team as well, thank you very much, because without you, we wouldn't be here. Thank you. Here we say apoyo. Your Excellency, we shall never have a president as you. We shall never have. We are always thinking about that. We thank you for your visionary leadership. Long live President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Long live the NRM. I thank you. Apoyo Umatek.
Thank you, Imad Betty. On that note, Your Excellency, I was reminded this morning that today is actually your birthday. I want to wish you a happy birthday, Your Excellency. Happy birthday. And in that regard, can I invite the RDCs, the kind of RDCs who are here to come and sing happy birthday for the President? Thank you. Hurry up. They requested that they be given this opportunity. I wanted to invite the ministers, but they are your appointees, so here they are.
Which one are you going to say?
Thank you, Your Excellency. My name is George Abdul, the resident district commissioner of Apache, and also the sub-regional whip of RDCs from Lango. We have been very, very grateful, and we have been following the calendar so keenly. And today that you are here in Apache, I said as the host RDC, it will be a very big crime if these RDCs do not sing and wish you many more years. Wow. Thank you so much. DJ, play for us that happy birthday song.
We want to sing live.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Fraser. Happy birthday to you. You look more younger. You look more younger. You look more younger. Long live it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We wish you the very best, Your Excellency. May you grow much more younger. We still need much more of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Can I ask the whole congregation to give three cheers to the President? Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Thank you. Can I take this opportunity to recognize the staff of Apache District Local Government and Municipal Council who are here? Please stand up for recognition. Thank you. Your Excellency, at this juncture, I want now to pass on the microphone to your ministers. We have several of them, but at this juncture, let me take this opportunity to invite the Minister for Northern Uganda, Honorable Grace Kuyuchwiny, to take over the program. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Allow me to remove my mask. Your Excellency, you are most welcome to Apache District. All distinguished ladies and gentlemen in your various capacities, protocol observed, I'm here just to do one thing, to introduce my colleagues. But first, let me say thank you very much, Your Excellency, for your time in Apache, and for this particular occasion. And also, I thank you for saving us from COVID. We are just struggling out of the COVID pandemic period, and you stood with Ugandans to protect us. I want to thank you for this vision that through EU, our government has supported the vulnerable people, the people who would otherwise not access a title. You have empowered them in a way which can never be forgotten. You have empowered them. Their value of land and also of themselves have gone higher when they receive this certificate today. And this is part of the 39% poor households you have addressed today. We want to thank you very much. And so without wasting time, I would like to introduce my colleagues from where they are. Let me start by introducing Honorable Betty Amongi, the Minister of Gender, Labor, Social Development. You're welcome. I introduce our Minister of Lands, Honorable Judith Nabakoba, the one who has brought us here today. I introduce Honorable Persis Namuganza, the Minister of State for Housing. I introduce Honorable Dennis Obua, Latina Joe, Government Chief Whip. I introduce Honorable Beatrice Akello, the latest Minister of State for Economic Monitoring. I introduce Honorable Charles Engola Machodwogo, the Minister of State in charge of Labor, and myself, Kuyuchwiny Grace, Minister of State for Northern Uganda. With this, I would like now to invite the Minister of Lands and Housing and Urban Development to give her speech. Thank you very much.
Hello. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, I want to thank you for having committed your time to come and hand over certificates of customary ownership to the beneficiaries. We thank you so much. This is a great day to us as a Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development. Your Excellency, before I proceed, allow me to invite the people whom I work with. Honorable Persis and the technical officers, could you please come over here? Your Excellency, as they come, I want to join the rest of the Ugandans and the people of Apache in congratulating you to have reached this great day in your life, because we've been told this is the birthday for His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda. We congratulate you, and we thank God who brought you on this great earth. We take you as the father of the nation. We take you as the great leader of our region. So we thank God for your life, and we always pray for your life. Your Excellency, here with me is Honorable Persis Namuganza, the Minister of State for Housing. Then I would also Juko Richard, who is our Undersecretary and representing the Permanent Secretary. We have Madame Naume, Director, Land Administration. We have Baker Mugaino, who is our Acting Commissioner, Land Registration. And the rest. Then we have our staff from the EMZO. We have Obo, who has been overseeing the implementation of the program in these two great sub-counties. We have Mr. Biendamira, our Director, Physical Planning, and Mr. Irumba, who also works in Land Administration. Thank you so much for being here today. You can now go back and take your seats. Your Excellency, I've been here for some days. I've managed to move around with Honorable Betty. We visited some of the beneficiaries, but they are so happy with the government intervention. They have thanked you so much for the decision to have allowed government to give people of this region CCOs. Your Excellency, we moved and we managed even to see some of the structures that have been put up by the development partners. So we want to thank you for having put up offices where records to do with land registration will be stored. Your Excellency, during our 2 days here, we managed to hold a radio program. The people of this area, we are asking government to roll out this program to the rest of the sub-counties. They were fearing that it could only stop in Ibuje and Chegere, then probably move to other districts. So their request to you, Your Excellency, is to allow them to make sure that each and every land owner in this area is registered to enable them acquire the land tenure security. Your Excellency, I want to thank the ministers from this region. I want to thank the honorable MPs from this region. And I want to thank the Lango Parliamentary Group. Your Excellency, it was at a short notice, but when I called them, they were so aggressive. They promised to mobilize, they promised to be around, so thank you so much, colleagues, for the work done. And I want to thank the district leadership. They have been around for the last days trying to mobilize and see that each and everything moves as required. And I want to thank your security team from State House. They have been here with us, guided us so well in enabling us seeing the function take off as planned. So on behalf of the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development, I take the opportunity to welcome you, Your Excellency, to Apache District, where the ministry is implementing a very critical activity to register customary land and issue certificates of customary ownership to families, households in northern Uganda, West Nile, and Karamoja region. This work is being implemented by Government of Uganda with support from European Union, United Nations Capital Development Fund, other implementing partners which include Cadastre Foundation and SEDEP of the World Bank. Your Excellency, permit me to thank you in particular for having allowed this program to go on. And I want to thank the political and technical leadership of Apache, Agago, Maracha District Local Government, who are here with us today for the continuous implementation of this very activity that is aimed at ensuring customary landowners register their land and get legal documentation as proof of ownership, because a title is proof of ownership according to the law. In a special way, I want to thank the Honorable Member of Parliament, Honorable Maxwell, and also Honorable Betty Engola. Honorable Betty Engola mobilized the people of Apache to accept this government program, to the extent that she even articulated it in the local language to the people, the benefits of land registration, which would stop Mayolobo, which is land grabbing, and Lalolobo, which is land disputes. Because of this achievement, Kuchi, which is peace, has returned to this area. So, Apoyomate, Your Excellency. I'm informed that families and communities have begun to engage in producing surplus food for sale, including growing palm tree, soya beans, cotton, sunflower, among others, knowing that no one will destroy their cash crops through the illegal land evictions and destruction of their investments on land. Your Excellency, the government of NRM, under our current manifesto, we pledged to process and give landowners legal documentation in terms of land titles. That is the basis for processing the 4,006 customary titles for families in the great northern Uganda, which you are launching today. More customary titles are to be processed by government. We are targeting 275,000 families, 630 clans, indigenous and vulnerable communities within the next 2 years. Our target shall be to reach out to landowners in 35 districts in the country. This is the best way, Your Excellency, to secure customary ownership rights and thereby prevent public outcry, including stopping the abuse, stealing or grabbing of customary land by unscrupulous individuals, speculators, and also land dealers. The total number of today's beneficiaries from Apache District is 6,393, of which 62% are male, then 38% are female. Now women have also started acquiring their land rights by getting onto the certificates of customary ownership. We thank you, Your Excellency, for recognizing the women of Uganda and also for this effort. The average acreage of land holding for families in Apache District is 4.8 acres. In Maracha is 2 acres, while in Agago it is 8 acres. The act of registering customary land has moved many of the beneficiaries from subsistence economy to the market economy, where they can now use their customary land titles to help them create wealth and break out of the poverty. Your Excellency, the certificates which you are going to hand over today are mandated by law and recognized by government institutions, financial institutions, and courts of law. The mapping of parcels has used both traditional and scientific methods of demarcation. Even if the traditional boundary markers are uprooted or shifted, it is easy to retrace the boundaries because of the boundary coordinates which have been provided for using the smart technologies. And on that note, as a ministry, Your Excellency, we want to come to you to request you and Cabinet to allow us embrace smart technologies, all fit for purpose technology, as a way of surveying people's land. Your Excellency, to a common person, a private surveyor is very costly. It can take between 3 to 12 million to survey a piece of land. But the smart technologies which use coordinates is very cheap, participatory, and more involving. The disputes are handled on ground. The leaders are present during the exercise. The neighbors are present during the exercise, meaning that by the end, the actual map of the different beneficiaries comes out. Everything has been handled on ground, and this reduces uneven cases that are taken before courts of law. Apache now joins Kasese, Noya, Padel, Ajumani, Soroti, Katakwi, Butaleja, Kabale, Chisoro, Mbale, Dokolo, and Amlata districts in helping landowners to benefit from the land registration using modern and scientific methods of securing their customary land rights and being able to prove their land ownership claims. Your Excellency, out of the 1,537 families, we have only managed to select 8 families whom you are going to hand over certificates of customary ownership. The rest of the beneficiaries have received, and after the official event, they'll wave to you and show you their certificates. And therefore, without wasting any more time, allow me, Your Excellency, to invite the beneficiaries. Honorable Passes, where is the list? The beneficiaries, the 8 who were selected. We have Atim Margaret, Awol Betty, Odielo Walter, Achola Jochi, Atim Connie, Oliti Abel, Agwang Akolina, Ogwang Tom, Ojela. Your Excellency, where are they? Could you please? Your Excellency, as I invite you, allow me to ask the rest of the beneficiaries who received their certificates to also stand up. You wave your certificates to His Excellency because you may not have the opportunity to have a group photo. The rest of the members, please, can you stand up? Maybe you come here so that His Excellency sees you. Can you remove them from the envelope? Remove the certificates from the envelope. And put on your masks. Put on your masks, please. Remove the certificates from the envelope. Your Excellency, I kindly request you to wave to these beneficiaries of today. I think you can now go back. I now invite you, Your Excellency, to address your people.
Apoyo Matek, Beping. I want somebody to translate for me in our language here.
I will do the translation, Your Excellency. Thank you.
Honorable Ministers, Members of Parliament, LC5 Chairpersons, RDCs, Ruak, Melango, Duchu. Achel, Apoyo, Quir Maber.
Aduong lo morun duchu nie poyo Quir Maber momie.
These Kampala people don't know our language, so I'm thanking the people of Lango for voting well, because
yes.
You don't know.
That's what I said, Your Excellency.
No, I mean these Kampala people.
Okay.
I'm translating for them. At Rio, there was the LC1 chairperson. I don't want him to cause me some jokes to disturb me. So I asked my people to give him 5 million for his motorcycle.
Oh, boy, Matek. Omio chilling million of beach, both chairman Achella me Aberido kan. Chairman. Warigamo ko power. Million of beach. Ipoko warini ba? Ipoko warini. Thank you, Your Excellency, for appreciating our chairman.
Okay. These LC1 chairpersons, if you don't handle them well, they can cause you some jokes to disturb you. Are they called joke? In Luo, joke, spirits.
Joke, yes.
What are they called in Langi?
Spirits are a joke, yes.
A joke.
Joke.
I speak more Achoris because Achoris are causing more problems. That's why I would be there running. So how do you call it in Langi, the spirits?
Spirits are joke.
A joke.
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 Yeah, you tipa Raj.
Yes. I don't want joke from the chairman to disturb me.
I'm not going to translate that one.
Now,
Thank you.
I have noted the issue about Ibuje primary school and its classrooms, which need either new ones or modernization. I will tell the Minister of Education to work on this school. I think we had had a program here even before. I think we had had a function here.
Yes.
Before. So I can guarantee you we shall do something about the 1,000 something children who are studying here, because, as you have told me, it is a historic school which educated many people in the past.
Poi matek kaduong ko ni nena ber kope mirime school man polo wax biro classrooms ame e bino me yung ngechere board minister of education me wek team ginare ye pien man biro school la pira tek kame jowa arika don okwane ye.
Now, on what brought us here, I want to thank the Minister of Lands for getting out of Nino. Because many times the ministry is just Nino Matek, just Nino.
Opo ministry melobo pi chio ko Nino, amegino biro Nino kere Kampala me biro kantine ni, uchio gine Nino.
What I'm saying, people from Kampala, that I congratulate you from not sleeping.
Opoyogi mejo pepe menino anene doctishki.
Nino in our language here means sleeping.
Yes.
Because this is common sense. This is common sense. You have translated?
Yes.
In the Constitution, and even in the colonial times, we had the different types of land tenure systems.
The Constitution of Uganda karakel kere karachon na me muni putikan unodi kere yora pola pola me danon per kere lobo.
There was the Mairo,
Milo land,
which was a type of freehold. The same, like Mairo.
Yes.
But which was making one man controlling other people on the land.
Milo notil Milo kirme Milo amenu ngara chiella kena lolo ame jo pola pola notil berie.
It was introduced by the British because of their bankrupt thinking.
British enokelo system man pin kuya pingi
to make me own people and the land.
Ame ngara chiel no tie bo jo kiri lo dushu ame gino berie no dara chiel na bo.
And the people on the land pay me rent.
Eka jona ere cholo busulu nyo chente me pangolo na ye bodan nacha.
And at one time I could even evict them the way I wanted. So that was one system which was not good at all, but it was brought by the British. And you would have a title for that. Then later on, they introduced the leasehold. Now, this one was a bit more progressive, more useful, because the government gave you land on condition that you use it for a certain purpose. A certain purpose which was mainly commercial. Either to have a shop there, or to do commercial farming. And this will go on for 5 years initially. And then if you do what you promised to do, it will go on for 49 years. And you would get a title, a document like this one here for that. Then, both in the colonial times and later, after independence, customary ownership was recognized. And traditionally, it was well known. Traditionally, it was well known. In Ankole, everybody knew where so and so's home was, and because like in Ankole, you would have a home. Then you have a banana plantation. And then you have what they were calling Enshambu, the land where you can grow seasonal crops, because the banana plantation was perennial, but you would have spare land where you can grow seasonal crops. And it will be known. The home of Museveni, the banana plantation of Museveni, and the Enshambu, the spare land for Museveni. It was, everybody knew in the whole parish, everybody would know. Now, for the cattle keepers, you would have your kraal, and then you would have what they call a chanya, where to graze the calves, the young ones. And then you would have the communal grazing. Where all people of that same area were grazing together. But nobody could bring his cows to my kraal or to the portion of my calves. So all these were known. But why they didn't title them, didn't give them a certificate, is something I don't understand. Until when we came and we said, why not? So I congratulate the Ministry of Lands for getting out of Nino, out of sleep, and really solve this problem. Because I am sure you know who owns what everywhere. So why not capture it in a document? And that's what we have done here. And I have seen some of the people are Jalonyos. They are rich, some of the people. They have got a Lobo Madwong. The lady who was walking on the crutches. She has got 21 acres. And it's now recorded in a document. And I can assure you, this will not be done by the people to pay money to do the survey. The government will do the survey for all poor people in Uganda.
The government bino konyo luak dushu meneno ni upimu wang lobeni dushu wewe gionung certificates mere.
I thank the European Union for contributing here.
Apoyo European Union meme yo akony.
Apoyo Matek.
Apoyo Matek.
They don't understand law.
Thank you very much, EU delegation.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. I think she's Danish.
I can't speak Danish. So, this is just the beginning. We are going to continue. There's what the Banyankole call endozo. When you are selling beer, local beer, somebody says, let me test first, see whether it's good or not.
It's also there in Lango, Billo.
What do you call it in our language here?
Billo.
This is a mere billo.
Ni billo na bela man pudu bela bela. Kita me gin kaya chato kong ikoni kemia ka bil kong man pudu bela bil.
So I'm now going to give you more and more beer if you think this beer is good.
Binu me duwa mera ke no ni bilo tia meat. Binu meda mera mena ni Germany omio oromo chingyo dushu.
Now that you have got these titles, I want to appeal to you, to point to you one danger. For Uganda as a whole, when the owner of the land goes to heaven, God and God calls him or her, or to Gehenna, wherever he goes, we don't know.
Yes.
Then the culture of subdividing the land physical fragmentation of the land is very dangerous for the country. Because if you have got 6 acres and God calls you and you say, okay, I am going, and I've got 6 sons. Each one takes 1, 1, 1, 1. The land disappears. In future, these children will have nowhere to cultivate. Because if the land is too small, it can no longer do some of the crops with chura. You remember I told you about chura? This is the problem of West Nile now. In West Nile, there is Chan, not because people are not working, but the chura can no longer work out. You have heard that the average land holding in Maracha is 2 acres.
Maracha, Loki average land holding, Araja Chelni acres are Yokaken.
Ariokeken. Now, if it is Ariokeken, 1 acre is for Cham. That means you remain with the acre a chair for Sente. Now, if you do the chura badly, your family will never get out of poverty. Because you are like one with one eye. If the one eye goes, you go blind. Now, the problem of Maracha, they continued with the culture of tobacco. Now, 1 acre for cham, cassava, acre ario, tobacco. But the earnings from tobacco, whatever you do, cannot go beyond 800,000 shillings per acre per annum. So how do you get out of poverty? So that's why we are saying, please, Maracha and those areas, get out of tobacco. We have done the chura. I toured the whole place. And I said, you do agriculture for money, but with chura. And we identified coffee. Coffee may be 1 acre, you can get much more money than. Then fruits. Avocado, passion fruits. Then like Diang Mei Chak, the cows for milk. Diang Mei Chak. Then pigare. Guacoponi. In the backyard. Then poultry. And then if you are near the wetlands, you can do some fish farming. Those are the only activities you can do on a small scale and get reasonable money. With 1 acre, you can no longer do tobacco. You can no longer do cotton. You can no longer do maize. You can no longer do sugar cane. Even the cows, you are talking about compensation for cows. The traditional cows can no longer get you out of poverty. But if you have got big land, even if you get small from each acre, like for instance, Maracha, even if I get 800,000 from 1 acre, if I've got 10 acres, I get 8 million. If I've got 100 acres, I get 80 million. If I've got 1,000 acres, I get 800 million. So it's not true that tobacco doesn't have money, or that maize doesn't have money, or that cotton does not have money. It has money provided you do it on a big scale. Donc petieni puru taba puru nyuagi nyu puru pama pe kelu chente ken kai puri wala iroma malo ye kada duong. So this is why the chura is a must. Domiriti kere chura ipu. So therefore, if I have got big land, donc pimano kai tikere loba duong, I am more flexible. I can do the crops, because the two systems, the first one is I call intensive agriculture, where you use small but get big. Intensive agriculture, the other one, where you do big, even if you are getting small per acre, is what we call extensive agriculture.
Eno kene che rompito en taba nyopama kana lach mekari nungu chili ngano no eka chela chiel pian iti puru kana lach kili chente aduduong.
So if my land is big,
kalu unitia lach,
I am more flexible.
Nuiti kere kare meti temo yora pola puri yora pola pola.
I can do intensive,
rompito jamme me kili chena bob,
but also extensive.
Whatever
is needed on the market. But once you have fragmented the land to 4 acres or less, we have talked about PWD, people with disability. People with disability. He's a person. He's a man or a woman. But he has got a disability. He cannot use his body fully. He can still do something, but not as fully as if he was not he or she was not disabled. Now you are now creating land with disability now, because this land of 4 acres or less can no longer grow cotton, can no longer grow tobacco, cannot no longer grow even maize. Even this palm oil, I need to do chura to know. Some afterwards, I will ask the chura of the palm oil. What do I get per acre per annum? So that we know whether it should be under the intensive or the extensive. So therefore, here I am really appealing to Ugandans that when we are making wills to our children, let's do what other people in advanced countries learned long ago. You can ask your guest there, the young lady from Denmark.
I don't know if she's from Denmark, but...
No. I don't want her to come now, but you can ask her quietly. Yes. Quietly. How they handle inheritance in Europe. You can ask them quietly. You don't have to ask them here.
Okay.
But I can tell you that in Europe, they have handled it. They saw that long ago and handled it in their different ways. I think in UK, only one child inherits.
United Kingdom, England,
the first boy inherits all the land, all the property. The second one goes to the army. The third one becomes a priest. That's how they solved it. Check with Germany. I think Germany, it is the youngest who inherits.
Yes, in Germany,
so you check this system of dividing land when you are going to heaven or hell is very dangerous for our future. But for me, I propose a compromise, which I use in my own family. When I go to heaven, when you come to Raikitura, Rakitora will still be there. Nobody will ever divide that Rakitora if he wants to avoid my joke to come from Monday. But I divide it by shares.
How
do you translate share in our language here?
Share, it's ownership. Ownership, paper ownership.
PECO.
Paper ownership.
Paper.
Yes.
Okay. But
what? Poco in paper form, in shares. In Poco. Popo holobo mini would kere eto no unity te dana chiela me nyite entity a chiel nyo family a chiela me government ngioni lo ni obere family unity kere share eto share ni peite rukanoro.
In the Bantu dialects, it is translated as emigabo. Emigabo actually means share in the Bantu dialects.
Yes. Ilebanam koni poko nyo sharing.
So that this land, these 4 acres, and all the property there, and all the cows there, they are taken as 100%. Then one is given 10%, another one, whatever percent you want to give them. This is a smart way of keeping the land together, but dividing for your children. So when they grow crops or do activities and earn money, they remove the expenditure, payment for the luteage, chemicals, all that. Then what remains? They share according to the shares you gave them. If they remain with 100 million profit, the one you gave 10 million. The one you gave 5% will take 5 million. Now, that money is his now. He can accumulate it and buy his own property, separate from the property of the family. So this blindness of destroying what the parent did is dangerous, but not necessary even. Because you can actually divide in a very clever way. The property of the parent remains, it earns, you remove the expenditure, you share the profit, and you do your own things. This property can produce more properties.
Germany dong a chalo me a wonere enu in ngara chela chela chikirishia eronu Germany ame yai kom Germany ichenta menitio ngara chel.
In some of the countries like United States and even Europe, I think they have legislated you are not allowed to divide land if it is so much. But here I have preferred to educate our people by talking like I'm doing now. Now, so that's one thing I want. Yes, we are solving one problem, but let's look out for another problem. Now, I'm glad the speakers were talking about irrigation. This is where we are going. I didn't come with the details here. I didn't come with the details here. But I know that there's a big plan for the government to introduce irrigation in the whole country. Now, near you there, near Oyam, there is Tochi. Tochi is in Oyam or in Gulu?
It's in, I think it's bordering.
It is on Oyam.
Oyam and Moro, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Bala Gulu igine Oyam kuja Toshi, tika na chunkulu loni Toshi.
That's a very good example.
Mautia tikerepi mepu.
A good example. A good example.
Monobero nyuta bear.
Because Tochi, you don't interfere with the river. You take water from the river and you irrigate. I have never visited Olweny. I don't know whether Olweny is like Chivimba, where you go in the swamp. Is it in the swamp, or you take from the swamp to the dry land? What is the arrangement there?
I think it's in the swamp.
That one is Arach.
Manu jonatia puri chunkulo me peber. Ni kwan pi chunkulo to pur kere witela. En pi ni dok rong do dok pe chunkulo eto me puri chunkulo petia bear.
What we want is to leave the swamps as dero mepi.
Yor wekono chunkula chalo dero mepi.
And then we get the pea from the dero to the land, to the lobo. Because this business of challenging Rubanga said, can swamp.
Donc kita mo ba yero keni mano beru chunkulu kano beru tela miro wan warun
can lobo.
Kano beru lobo.
Then you come and say Rubanga was wrong. What he made water, I make land. That is rebelling against God and against science. So we are going to encourage everywhere in Uganda to take land, preserve the wetlands, don't interfere with the wetlands. And take water from the wetland to the land. And Maruzi here, is it not the same? It's the same example?
It is, yes.
Yes. Yes, you get water from the Dero to the Lobo. That is what we are going to do in all parts of Uganda. So this business of, I have had children called Akech. Can you imagine? Akech, that she was born during Jahanga. And it goes on, each year Akechis are produced, Akechis are produced. We had even a Minister of Finance called Jachan. Can you imagine? Minister of Finance is Jachan. If the minister is Jachan, then how shall we get out of poverty? So we must end this business of catch, of hunger, of chan, by providing water for irrigation so that we can grow crops all the year round and reliably. Because sometimes the rain comes, but it comes late, or it comes little. So that one we are going to move on. We are going to intensify that. I have noted the Masindiport Road. I tried to read a report by UNRWA here, but I couldn't understand what they were saying. I'm going to demand explanation from Kampala. It will be sorted out. Now the palm oil, I'm glad you welcomed it. And I'm glad my people from Jinja, Kenya, moved that group, our Indian people. And I want to know the chura. What is the chura for palm oil per acre per annum?
I think the gentleman is here to come and explain. How much do you make per acre in terms of quantity of money?
Per annum.
Per annum.
For the farmer.
The final product, yes. Final product for the farmer, for the outgrower. That you get about 5 tons per acre.
How much is that?
5 tons of oil per acre.
And in money? For the farmer?
For the farmer, yes.
How much is that in money?
Good afternoon, Excellency. It is almost 5 tons of crude palm oil per hectare.
True?
Crude palm oil. CPO. Crude palm oil.
Unrefined.
Refined is in that 90%. Out of 5 tons, 90% of refined oil will be there.
I want money in terms of money.
How much money?
For the farmer, 1 acre per annum.
I don't know the crude palm oil price, present price, Excellency.
You go and calculate it so that when we are talking. Not now, we can do it later, don't worry.
Yes, 6 to 7 million per hectare per net income.
That's about 6 to 7 million per acre. Net income of
6
about 6 to 7 million per acre.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
That's good. If that is like that, then that will not be bad at all. Thank you. Thank you. Sit down.
Thank you.
But to do the chura properly so that we don't make another mistake. No, you sit down. They will contact you. But you people do the chura properly.
Yes.
So that we are, leaders are not helping the people. Leaders just do things, tobacco, cotton, they just do year after year, they never get out of poverty because there is no chura. So in this case, let's do chura, and when we start, we are sure that either we encourage the
palm oil.
The palm oil for the palm oil, we need it, but the question is who does it?
Yes.
Is it the one of bigger land or the one with smaller land?
Palm oil konyi nyumiripur ekaza pola amemiro automatically loba duong.
Because like now, if we find that it is a more extensive crop where you need more land, then the 7 square miles, which we want for the outgrowers, we shall have to give them enough land, maybe 10 acres, 20 acres each, so that they can make profit.
Your Excellency, we suggest that we use cooperatives.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Fine, no problem.
They farm under cooperatives.
As cooperative, no problem.
Yes.
Then they will get big pieces of land.
Yes. Donc kau nuni miro loba duong miro ket yon kara kiel po ngongwe ho ilo nasha ken kau ngongwe ho doho konyer peoko.
Now, therefore, I'm glad the palm oil is coming in Lango.
Ye yumi puro palm oil tido pero tia bini langokan.
I saw some members here who were members of the Uganda National Liberation Army.
Enene jomo kana meriki Uganda National Liberation Army.
I was also a member.
Ena reheti ye.
I was actually the chairman, the vice chairman of the Military Commission.
Erebero lo won come Military Commission.
Of the UNLA.
Ame UNLA no ena.
Now, the Lango people are now going to participate in liberating Ugandans from lack of soap.
Yo Lango kando akonywa melwenye kom chan me chabun.
Chabun is becoming a problem.
Chabun nunga man petie.
Because sabuni is from palm oil.
Sabuni yai palm oil.
Now, Malaysia, what do you call Indonesia?
Indonesia, yes.
Palm oil pay.
Materials palm oil long
and now we are stuck. So now Lango are now engaged in another liberation war. To liberate us from lack of soap. And join Karangala. We are also trying to mobilize Rakai, Bundubujo,
Buvuma, Lake Victoria,
Mayuge,
Ibusoga,
so that we produce enough palm oil to make soap for ourselves. Otherwise, how shall we wash? You go, what do you call that? What do you call that in that on the body?
Chilo.
Huh?
Chilo.
Chilo, we are going to suffer from Chilo now. So, Apoyo for helping Maruzi and Apache people for helping us solve the problem of palm oil. But I've also helped you to solve the problem of Ichak, so also thank me.
Problem what?
Of chak.
Okay.
Of milk. So I solve chak, you solve palm oil. We divide Katara, each one to take. No. When we are cultivating,
yes,
I cultivate my line, you cultivate yours.
We call it Ikori.
Ikori?
Ikori, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I got a good challenge from, I think it was Mama Betty, for tractors for Chegere and Ebuje. Now, or was this the chairman? Somebody was talking about tractors.
Yes.
For Chegere. Now, since I have come here to launch this program and I have not been here many times, I will give you the 2 tractors from my donation. Now, on the bridge over the Nile,
River Nile
that is always in our plan. We have been interfered by this corona and the high prices, but we shall do them. We shall do them. Now, on the fish protection, I didn't know that the fish protection unit had become business people. That they are awarding contracts for making boats.
Your contracts met to you year. This is happening, Your Excellency. Yes.
That means they are now business people.
Yes.
They should be registered under Uganda Investment Authority. Because their job was not to give contracts. Their job was to stop bad fishing. But I made a proposal to the people of Karangara, which I want to make to you here. But I want first of all blame the elders here. Because for the army to come in the fishing, it was because the lake was dying, all the fish was being overfished. Because so my question was, this is an indigenous industry. Like for instance in Ankole, when the Europeans came, they neglected the cattle industry. That's why they were bringing milk from Kenya, from New Zealand, from Switzerland. I used to see tinned milk from Switzerland. But the Wanyankore stuck with the cattle industry. You saw them here coming to work. When they would lose cows in Ankole, they would come here and work for cows. You saw them here. And we who stayed in Ankole, we kept the longhorn cows. Until the NRM came and modernized that indigenous industry. But it was protected by the indigenous people, by the Wananchi. Otherwise, by the time we came, all the cows would have disappeared. So where I was blaming the people of Sese Islands of Karangara, and the people of Bururi, people of Lango, Teso, Busoga. My question was, Tie Kwene, the indigenous fishermen, what happened to them? How could they allow their lake to be disturbed by these bad people who were overfishing? So I don't know what answer people can give me. The elders, you give me the answer. What happened? How could you allow your lake to be taken over? Because you are now quarreling with these soldiers whom I brought in to put out fire. But they would never have come if the lake had not been destroyed. And so I don't know who can help. What happened? Why did the elders allow the fish to be?
It is mainly the youth, Your Excellency.
The youth?
It is the youth who are engaged in fishing. Because they are idle. They don't have any means of livelihood.
From here?
Yes. And but also from all parts of Uganda. From all parts of the country.
Okay.
We have the Alur, we have the Basoga, we have the Aicholi, we have the Baruli, we have the Basoga, we have the Banyoro.
Okay. I think now to settle the case out of court, because this is a case now which I'm opening against the elders, is to say that the elders could not control these youth because they were not necessarily from here. They were even coming from other places.
Yes. So now
that shifts the case to the sub-county chiefs and the fisheries officers, because then those would have been the ones to stop these youth. So these soldiers came in because I was desperate. I was really worried about the fish, our legs dying. But you hear, when they came in, they also started making their own mistakes. But I have made a proposal, I want to repeat it here. I would feel more comfortable if this fishing industry is anchored around the indigenous people of these areas. The families who are fishing in the past, because we know even if the elders have gone, if their children are there, indigenous to near the lake shore, we organize them in cooperatives,
groups, yes.
And we support them. Instead of buying boats, we can buy for them. We can give them money and they buy boats.
Thank you so much.
But we say, me, the Munyankore, I will defend the cows of Uganda. Where the cows of Uganda are involved in that area, I would defend them. Now you, the Langi, the Mururi, the Msoga, the Mukenyi, you the lake people, in your cooperatives, supported by the government, defend the wealth of fisheries of Uganda. Why can't we do that? And the soldiers go away. The soldiers came because there was a fire. So how can we sit down? How can the elders sit down and and organize this? In Karangara, they had responded positively. I want to know here. You discuss it, and then the MPs can give me the answer.
Thank you. We will.
Because somebody must be responsible for this industry. I hear people come from Congo, from Rwanda, from I don't know where. They invaded the lake. This is it is as if it is a home which has no owner. Now on the issue, so this issue of the boats, we can give you money for these boats, but to give to whom and why? But also, when we give you the boats, we want them to be electronically registered. And we are going to have a system of radars on the land, where the army, including the commanders, will be watching what's happening on the lakes. So it will be easy to control, but we have to know whom do we support and why. My answer are the indigenous people of these areas.
Yes.
Now, the council hall for Apache, I have noted it. I will take it up with the Minister of Finance. Invitation to State House. Omona, I want my people here to come and visit me in the State House. The people of road equipment for Kwanya, that's a very good point. That you have a district, you don't have road equipment. That's a very good point. Thank you so much. I want to thank the EU for the support. I had already thanked you. Now, Apache Hospital, I would take it up. I was last there when my classmate, one of my classmates, he was there when I went there many years ago.
Aliai.
Aliai. Is he?
He has now retired.
He's retired, but
yes.
But he's all right.
Yes, he is.
Very good. That one was with me in Maguta House at Ntare. Now, the IARA issue, I think that one we were already handling.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. MP me IARA, Freddy Bill, and Birot is here. Fred, where are you?
How do you say it in... today is Tin... Diki. Is it Diki?
Diki, yes. Diki is here.
Diki, we shall see.
Okay, thank you so much, Your Excellency.
Lira Kamdini Road.
Your Lira Kamdini?
That one, I tried to read the brief here, but I couldn't understand what they were saying. So not to be involved in Goba. Let me go and find out more. I will talk to the MPs and they will tell you, and the Minister of Northern Uganda. Some of the other roads, the Ochero, Namasale, those ones. Aloy, Kotido. This Aboke is a bit easier.
Yes.
These ones, they are in the plan, but you have heard what has been happening with the corona, with all this, the budget, the what.
Do you plan it?
Then this war in Ukraine, we're having these temporary problems. This is why but they are in the plan. They will be worked on.
In the UT plan.
But for the Kamdin Road, money is there. I think even the Aboke one, we can easily put it together. The other ones, we need to first survive all these problems which we are dealing with. Now, on the issue of school dropouts, I want to thank the MP who spoke, because he has done research for me at his own cost. From 1996, I was advocating for free education. That's why I started talking of UPE, USE. That means universal. That means everybody. But we have been having problems with head teachers and parents associations. They are the ones who introduced school charges. So, because I had many wars to fight, fighting in Sudan, fighting in Congo, fighting in Somalia, I said, let me not start fighting with these people, let me wait. But the teachers and the parents associations, you are the ones who are bringing back these charges. They are looking for money somehow from the people. So, are you willing to join me in the peaceful reign. I needed to train my minister, Navakova. She didn't know how to pronounce Kuch. It's not Kuchi. It is Kuch.
I think she got that one.
So, can we peacefully persuade the teachers and the PTA to stop the school charges? Because they are the ones who are the problem.
PTA when any copecholo fees new charges in school or johoko and not yaballo miotia ya school.
So let's mobilize ourselves. And if we say it needs more money, then we can hold other things and we put more money. Because as the MP was saying, education is the core of all cores.
So I talked, I had to say, now let me not use force on these people. But now it's clear that in the whole country, the completion rate, I think, is 32%. In the whole country. In Karamoja, it is 7%. The ones who go from primary to secondary. Primary or senior.
And the numbers are clear. In the primary school, we have got 10.8 million. 10.8
million pari
0.8 million. But in the secondary schools, only 2.5 million.
Secondary school jam million yes.
So the question is, because the secondary school years are almost the same like the primary school years. Primary school years are 7. The secondary school ones are 6, almost the same.
Primary timo habiro, secondary timo habishel. Rama.
So why do you have 10.8 million in the primary school?
Primary.
And only 2.5 million in the secondary school.
Secondary schools.
Where have all the others gone? So you support my plan of free education in government schools.
Government school
Those who want to pay, the rich ones can go to private schools. They are there.
Private schools, pay government schools.
So this is a problem of the political and the professional class. On Lango Education Trust, I'm glad you started it. I will contribute 200 million shillings there.
Sorry, I didn't get that one.
To Lango Education Trust.
Okay, thank you, Your Excellency. If you want to Lango Development Forum, I will a joke Kampala, a bino medo, may a million miari,
The 272 families in Maruzi.
Yes.
I will discuss with you. You want them to be part of to be settled somewhere else?
Yes, Your Excellency.
Okay.
Yes. You are meti ranch, but no, you can't make binoti pekege. You are putti ranch.
No, I have noted the issue of the compensation for the road people that some were not compensated.
You are me put chologe pay. You are meti abeokan. Binna no ne wopu yore.
The Maram roads in this area, I have noted it.
You are a district here, Tiu Kere, Tiero, Yakina Pachikan, Amepetia Bear.
Relief food for the area.
Chiempe Joy, Medo Wang Kwang, Gomara, Boya Kera Kohoro, Kera Poi, Karachel Kere Chegere, Kera Paidam.
Compensation for cattle. I thought this one had started. I will discuss with the MPs if there's any problem.
Members of Parliament
Betty Angola will have to tell me more about the cassava factory, what happened to it. She will tell me more, I will ring you.
Okay.
The cassava factory.
Yes, imat beti binu ko bengo temere choma me mogome binu o launching a kan kita metia tikere nyongo binu tiye binu ko be.
Now, the transformers, this is good news because we have got a lot of electricity, but few consumers. So Betty Angola is saying that if we give you transformers, more people will use the electricity.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Apoyo. Now, on corruption, I think you, the political leaders like Betty, it is easy to fight corruption. Because that's how I started my work in the 1960s when I was a student. Because the corruption is mainly by government officials disturbing the ordinary people. Who are the corruption perpetrators and who are the victims? Now, the victims, if you are near, if you are close to them, they will tell you the victims are the people. So, Betty, you get in touch with the people. They will tell us that we shall go for those corrupt people. That's how I built up my popularity in the 1960s when I was a student leader. Because even in the colonial times, the veterinary officers were selling government drugs. The health officers were selling government drugs. And we people, we knew. The policemen were taking bribes. The teachers in schools were impregnating schoolgirls. These are the ones I started fighting when I was a student. That's how I got popularity in that area. So you, the political leaders, you don't fear these corrupt people. Actually, you can build your name around fighting them. And because the people are the victims, they will tell you, but they will not tell you if they don't trust you, because they think you may leak them to the enemy. Finally, I will be in touch with Betty Angola about the person who died in London.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And London.
Apoyo Matek, what brought us here today were the customary land titles.
And Apoyo Undushu, Mokero Cantino Bermanone, Lometi, King Joy, Chalo, Lometa Quaro.
We are going to launch the movement in the whole country. The movement of giving these land titles. But also remember my alarm about fragmentation on inheritance. Apoyo Matek.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Thank you. Another round of applause for His Excellency. Thank you. Your Excellency, we have almost come to the end of our program. I have just two announcements for your noting. is that here with us we have a daughter of, I think, an old friend of yours who was DEO from Mbarara,
Yes.
The late John Okuja.
I forgot.
Yes.
Thank you. Okuja was my second employer.
Yes.
Where's the girl?
She's called Alice Awidi. Oh boy.
Thank you so much for. She was my employer in 1967. When I finished A level, she was the DEO. He was the DEO. He gave me a teaching job, temporary teaching job. That's how I taught Tumwine. Tumwine, this is general who died recently.
Papa Danoni unoberudio me Mbarara no me teacher me rio me e karame e beratin kwan rekoni emi ro puony remi e teacher bera puony re puonyo general eli Tumwine me ko me rutuma chokere. Papa Danoni Mr. Okuja eno me teacher John Okuja.
But Okuja was also a dangerous man. Because we had a girl, a Mnyankore girl who was a very good high jumper. She was a high jumper when she was in the junior secondary schools, when we were in the senior secondary schools.
No,
she was called Kevita.
Yeah, Kenita.
I suspect that may be your mother. So you can see how dangerous Okuja was.
Your Excellency, finally, finally, Your Excellency, yes. Finally, Your Excellency, I have a note from our ambassador to Canada, Honorable Joy Ruth Acheng, who is concerned about a very grave illness. We have the daughter-in-law of the late Mzee Obadia Akaki. The daughter-in-law is the wife of the son of the late Obadia, called Tom Obote. Is critically ill in Kampala. The bill is overwhelming. The hospital wants to turn off the machine. So she's appealing to you, see if she can be helped to meet the bill. The lady is critically ill, and she's in ICU. The bill is actually 10 million shillings per day. That is the note I have here, Your Excellency. I will talk to your PPS. Yes, thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you so much. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you. Finally, can we have the anthems? DJ. Well,